Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope I am audible. Very proud and privileged to introduce an eminent personality. He has proved his caliber in various eligibility tests. NSET, that is Tamil Nadu State Eligibility Test for Lectureship and Assistant Professionalship in 2016, and also ASRB NET Agricultural Scientific Requirement Board National Eligibility Test 2018, KSET Karnataka State Eligibility Test for Lectureship and Assistant Professionalship in 2018. So progressively he is doing all the tests, and his national level test he has been eligible in all the tests. And regarding his work experience, he is joined as a faculty since 2001, served as a placement officer since 2011, also as an IQAC NAC coordinator since 2015. Added to this, he was an NSS program officer from 2015 to 2008. His work experience is nearly 2 decades, and his research experience he is an approved guide for various premium institutions. He has guided more than 40 projects. His research areas are drug resistance in bacteria and yeast, and also bacterial eye infections, and also bacterial influence factors. His publications are in national level. He has published 3 papers, and in international journals he has published 4 papers. And in training, a certified zone trainer of JCI India. He also served as a president in JCI India, has trained more than 10,000 students in various streams, not only in engineering, arts, school level, and in various levels he has trained the students. He has trained many JCs, government school teachers, and also public. His specialization in training includes effective public speaking in workshop and employability skills. Apart from all this, a good social worker, my mentor, my guide. I worked with him he was a team principal for various trainers like me. We worked for more than 3 months in various institutions like PSNA College, like Alagappa Chettiar University. I was in touch with him for many days. Above all, he is a good human being who is none other than Mr. Yuvraj Singh. Sir, the floor belongs to you. And especially in this pandemic situations, many are having some problems how to manage the stress, especially the exam. So our HOD correctly in this situation, he has planned to present a webinar on managing the stress. And he asked me, you have to search for an eminent personality for presenting this. So I had the only option is nothing but our Yuvraj Singh. Sir, please can continue, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. SJK. So I very fond of, and as well as very happy to interact with you people. I take this wonderful opportunity to render my deep sense of gratitude to the benevolent management of KCG Technology, College of Technology, for having provided me this opportunity to interact with the people, especially those who are laden with zeal, zest, and enthusiasm always, the students. I thank the principal, head of the department, and my dear fellow colleagues of the Department of Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering, for providing me this wonderful opportunity to discuss something what I gained through the experience. You already mentioned that it is 2 decades of service in this academic arena. So I want to share the experience. This is not the information which is very unique and it is new to the platform or to the people who are attending. It is already there, but still, based on the experience what I had and I am having in this domain, and I want to share with you people. So once again, I submit my heartfelt thanking to all the people who worked together to have a platform like this. As you rightly mentioned that it is a pandemic very much related to my subject, and a culprit almost shut down the entire world for the past 1 year, looking for a very good result through vaccines and other antiviral drugs. Hope within 1 or 2 months we will be having our vaccine, and once again the world will flourish as before. Hope the presentation slide is visible to everyone. Sir, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Your slide is also visible. You are also audible. The slide is your voice is also audible. No problem.
Once again, I welcome you all for this webinar on managing exam stress. Normally, I am a person who is always hate this word called stress, because stress is only for the people who already crossed 40. I am damn sure about that. The people who are in the society, especially the two wings of the society, normally they never know or tasted stress so far. It's according to my perception, are students and as well as the kids. They never taste or never experience stress. But still, the topic managing exam stress. Once again, I welcome you all for this wonderful discussion. I hope this interaction and discussion will give you some insight or inculcate some insight for your forthcoming exams, not only exams, how to manage stress. So as I said already, I always hate this word called stress. So I am a person who is always willing to get rid of the stress instead of having stress and managing the stress. I hope, once again, managing exam stress is all about acquiring some skills in order to get rid of the stress instead of managing stress. So whenever I start any session, I invite the Mahakavi Bharati and as well as some few verses, especially the lines from some verse. Enniya mudidal vendum, though it is there in Tamil, so those people who are not capable of understanding Tamil, just forgive me. It is my customary practice in order to radiate the positive energy through the words of Mahakavi Bharatiyar. எண்ணிய முடிதல் வேண்டும், நல்லவே எண்ணல் வேண்டும், திண்ணிய நெஞ்சம் வேண்டும், தெளிந்த நல் அறிவு வேண்டும், பண்ணிய பாவமெல்லாம் பரிதி முன் பணியே போல நன்னிய நின்முன் இங்கு நசித்திடல் வேண்டுமன்னாய் என்ற பாரதியாரினுடைய வரிகளை துணை கழைத்து தொடங்குகின்றேன். I have a question for you people. Do you know these men? You can interact.
Yes, you can interact. Since it's a training session, you can interact only. If you interact, output will be more. You can interact.
So the first figure, I mean the picture, a man with beard is being offered a thumb by his disciple. Who is he? Any idea? The second one, at least. Hello? If not students, even my fellow faculty members can also join the party. SJK?
Ramakrishna Paramam, sir. Second.
Okay, the first one.
Dronacharya.
Is it Agastya, sir?
Dronacharya. Dronacharya. Yeah, Dronacharya. The disciple name. Who is offering his thumb finger?
Ekalavan.
Yeah, very good.
Our HOD has answered the correct answer. What about?
Yeah, Ekalavan. The third one?
Sachin Tendulkar's
Yeah, mentor.
Mentor, yes, yes.
Yeah, exactly. His name, right? So Dronacharya, Guru of Arjuna, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Guru of Swami Vivekananda, Ramakant Achrekar. These are the people. Still, if I am talking and we people are talking about them, still the teachers or the gurus, it is not only by the legacy what they have maintained, but also if they are still in the limelight, it is purely because of their disciples too. It is a mutual relationship what they have maintained. That is why we people are still remembering their name and as well as their disciples' name. Similarly, it is applicable to you as well. So the students, the disciples who are having very good close association with your mentors or the teachers, the proud, the legacy which has to be carried forward for the further years, it is purely by the disciples. It is a mutual relationship. It has to be gained and as well as it has to be carried forward only by the disciples. So I salute all the teachers of this department, wonderful department, who are carrying forward the legacy of the Guru Shishya Parambaryam for the next generation too. Okay, so this relationship is not the chance event. It is not happened as such. So you have to have a very good lineage in order to have this relationship, in order to maintain for a longer period. So Atiti Devo Bhava, this culture system has already given the insight called Atiti Devo Bhava. Next one is Acharya Devo Bhava. So I take this wonderful opportunity to bow down all the teachers of the wonderful department who are the dispeller of the darkness.
Yuvraj sir, your voice is not audible. Yuvraj sir.
Sir, check his mic.
Just a second.
Sir?
Your voice is audible, sir.
Sorry, a technical issue. Sorry.
Okay. You can continue, sir. You can continue.
Is the slide visible?
No, sir.
The slide visible, sir?
No, sir. You have presented the screen, sir. Have you presented the screen?
Yeah, just a minute.
You present the screen, sir. Just you share the slide, sir. So first share option, you go and share it.
Now?
No, sir. So the same thing, share the screen and present your slide. Same thing first you as you did in the previous case.
Can you make me the host?
Sir?
Can you make me the host?
Okay, sir. Natation, sir. Natation, sir.
Sir, you are the organizer for this meeting, sir.
Okay.
No,
How
he
to
can
change?
present, sir. He can present actually. Sir, you can present as before, sir. Just click on that share screen and present it, sir. You are already a host, sir. So you can present it.
Yeah, just a minute. On the way. So now visible?
Screen
Yes,
is
sir.
visible. Yes, sir.
Screen is visible. Yes.
Visible. Go to PPT, sir. And
Yeah.
Same thing. Okay.
That's going on, no?
Yes, sir. If you open the PPT, now screen is visible. Just
Yeah.
to open the PPT. Yeah.
Now?
Screen is visible, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
You can continue. Fine,
Okay.
sir. Fine.
Sorry for the interruption. So that is why you people are doing your engineering. So scientists dream about doing great things. Engineers do them, says James Michener. Syllabus will always fetch you the degree. The outcome of the syllabus is only the degree. But more than that, so through your education, what we need. So here, the syllabus will fetch you the degree, but in between you have an analysis or a process which has to be exercised and you have to take part in it, and eventually you get the degree, isn't it? So that process or the evaluation process is known as exam. An examination is a formal test, as you people know very well about that, and it is going to test your knowledge and as well as ability in particular subject or obtain a qualification. I tell you, my friends, only the syllabus will give you the degree. It is an eligibility criteria alone, isn't it? So this will be tested through a structured process known as exam. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You're audible. You can continue.
So exam is nothing but an evaluation process. The evaluation process has to occur in not only in the academic arena, each and every day In day-to-day life of us, the evaluation has to be done. So when the evaluation is happening in our life, not only in the academic arena, but also in the personal and as well as societal life, there is a possibility to evolve yourself from one dimension to another. So the evaluation has to occur in order to have evolution in your life. The Parinama Valarchi. So if I go Tanglish, there won't be any problem, or any people who do not understand English. Sorry, Tamil.
You can proceed, sir. It shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
Yes.
So evaluation, so that will lead you to undergo a evolution process. So that is why it is a natural response to evaluation is to feel judged. So we people are always judged, not only in examination, not only in academic part, in our real life as well, we always feel judged when we are evaluated. It is not only for the students, but also all the human beings of this earth. So we have to mature to a place where we respond to it. So I am telling you that you have to mature enough in order to respond to the evaluation, in order to be evaluated. Sorry, in order to be evaluated. So to place where we respond to it with gratitude and love feedback. So he's saying that with gratitude, you have to respond when you are evaluated. Now you tell, is the exam is stressful? Is exams are stressful? My question is, if it is an evaluation process, in order to make or in order to have evolution in your life, you have to respond to the evaluation with gratitude and love feedback. If somebody or there is no evaluation in your life or in academic arena, you will not be judged, and the entire hidden potentials or the skills or the knowledge or the wisdom you have will not be surfaced when it is not evaluated. So exam or the evaluation is part and parcel of our lives. So this must be understood by any student, not only the student. We people, human beings, are the everlasting students of our life, not only exams. So each and every day is an examination for us. So be satisfied and mature to a place where we would respond to the evaluation with gratitude, he says. Nandri unarvoda ada anugunga abingirar with a lot of love feedback. So then only the hidden potentials of you will be surfaced and you will be noticed, because each and every individuals in this or on this earth are unique. They are having different potentials, different caliber. So that will be surfaced when you are evaluated. Evaluation is an important process. It has to occur. Similarly, the exam. So exam is nothing but an evaluation in your academic life. Similarly, what is stress? It is a reaction to any change. It is a body reaction to any change that requires an adjustment or response. The body reacts to these changes with through physical mode, mental mode, and emotional mode. So that is why intelligent quotient is important. Similarly, emotional quotient as well as important in your life. So stress is all about body's reaction. So when you are calling yourself that I am in stress, I should not say that you are stressed, because the most intellectual crowd with a lot of zeal, zest, enthusiasm in the society is only the youth, especially the students. I don't know. I never witnessed any stress so far in my students or the students I come across in my life. But still we are using this term. But I could say that instead of the term what we call is stress, we can use another word. It is exam fear, or the frightening effect, or if you are frightened about the exam, what you are going to take up, right? It is meant for all, because when you are evaluated, when you are judged by others, even all the people will be having a lot of butterflies inside their stomach. It is purely because of the response of your body being taken care by your body, a lot of energy through a hormone called adrenaline. The adrenaline will be pumped into your system when you are frightened, when you are in stressful condition, when you are there in adverse situation. It means that the body reacts. This fellow is in frightened mode, so it has to be taken care. So for that, a messenger, hormone is nothing but a chemical messenger. The chemical messenger has been will be synthesized in your system. And why it is synthesized? The adrenaline will give you extra energy in order to cope up that particular fear or the stress. So
Yuvraj sir? Yuvraj sir? Yuvraj sir?
sir, my network is good only, but it is disconnecting often. Are you there?
Okay, sir. No problem. Okay, sir. No problem. You can continue, sir. No problem. You continue, sir. Is my voice audible, sir? You continue.
Yeah.
Yes.
Slide visible?
Yes, sir. You can continue. Slide visible, voice also audible. Yes.
So the human body is designed to experience stress in a different way. Stress can be positive sometimes. So when you are in adverse situation, you will give you lot of, you will give 100% of you. So really it will be motivating us. So when you are in frightened mode or when you are in adverse situation, when you are in stress, and you will be always willing to perform and you always willing to give 100%. So stress can be positive. But when becomes negative, when the stress becomes negative, it becomes negative when you are not having any relief or the relaxation between the stresses you have in your life. So that will result in overwork, stress related tension building. That is why we'll be having the result called fight or flight response. So when you are having, keep on this accumulating the frightened mode, and you will be in stress eventually, and the only solace or the solution will be fight or flight. It will be activated in your system for an emergency. So prolonged activation of the stress response causes wear and tear on the body, both physically and emotionally. So that should not occur. So if we want to manage or get rid of the stress, what and all the qualities of a human being must have in his kitty in order to implement, in order to overcome the stress or the frightened mode. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, you're audible.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So these are the behaviors or the symptoms, what we call on body, what the toll the stress can make. Similarly on mind, behavior and emotions, fatigue, headaches, muscle pain, skin irritation, frequent infection, because frequent infection occurs when the hormone called, and another hormone, when you are in stress, that will be built in your system, not adrenaline, another hormone. That hormone, when it is accumulating in your body for a longer period, the activity of your immune system will go down. So that is why you will be highly prone for so many infections. Constricted breathing, there will be a shallow breathing. In the case of mind, you will be always worrying, and it is not possible for you to take decision. Always in negative state of mind or frame of mind, foggy thinking and hasty decision. The decision will not be fruitful for you, and impaired judgment. When you are in the position of judging others, so you will be having impaired judgment. Similarly, the behavior, substance abuse, will be addicted to some substances, loss of appetite, accident prone, restlessness, loneliness, insomnia, loss of sleep, all will be there in the behavioral pattern. And emotional pattern, in that there will be a change, loss of confidence. Completely you will be out of confidence, and you will be always feeling negative. Then indifference, depression, irritability, once again insomnia. All are, people are saying, I'm not saying this, these are the symptoms of a person who is experiencing the stress for a longer period. So it should not happen. What we call is the phobia when you are having on your exams, examinophobia. The fear of exams is genuine. Yes, it is meant for all. Even if you ask your professors, they will be saying that, yes, I had the examinophobia, but I know how to overcome that. That is why I am here in that position teaching others. Isn't it? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, you're audible, sir.
Reason for exam stress. You know very well that pressure to get good marks. Of course, I tell you, my friends, marks, the percentage, and as well as your degree only will be the eligibility criteria. That's all. So when you peep into any multinational company or any other core domain of you, the skill matters. Only the marks, especially only for the eligibility criteria. It is there in the eligibility. There itself, it will go off. That's all. High expectation of parents, teachers, and as well as society. So we people are always living for others, isn't it? Of course, it is very important because they are cashing on so much, especially your parent, and they are spending more money. So the expectation will be huge, and you have to accept that responsibility. Yes, expectations are there on me by the parents, by the teachers, by the society. So that understanding is very much needed. When you are having that understanding, the stress will go off. Yes, I am the responsible person. When you say that I am the responsible person, then the stress will go off. The competitiveness, as you know very well that the 21st century is highly competitive when compared to 20th century. So many engineers are jobless. They are there in the street. So that competitiveness, it is always there in the mind, and comparison with others. Even if you are not comparing your parent and as well as the society, the neighborhood especially, isn't it? So the neighborhood will be always comparing with other engineers, with you, right? So that individual is earning this much of money. So more than 10 lakhs per annum initially as a executive engineer. He started his career and he is paid 10 lakhs per annum. So that comparison, if you are not also doing, but the entire society or the neighborhood will do. And fear of rejection and teased by others, and fear of teased by others, right? So these are the reason for exam stress, but you have to cope up. I mean, you have to understand this is the society where we are living. All are expecting this. If you understand that, it means that you are understanding and as well as accepting the responsibility. I told you, only the syllabus, when it is evaluated by the examination, you will get the degree. But eventually, skills matter at the end of the day. What is the most of the world doing? Chatting, liking, then chatting, sharing, and forwarding messages, right? Why you people are here? Am I audible, sir? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. You're audible.
Yeah, why you people are here? Why you people are here? So the same question has to be asked. Why you are here? What is my purpose? So in your life, especially if you want to go away from the stress, Not only the exam stress, but the stress of different kinds, what you are going to experience in your life. This is the $1 million question. It is a fundamental question. It has to be asked by yourself. What is my purpose? What is my purpose of next 4 years? When you join your engineering degree, so the question. Similarly, when you are there at the brink of your undergraduation, the same question arises. What is my purpose? So you have to take the responsibility. Yes, I joined this institution, this group, I mean electronics and instrumentation engineering. What is my purpose? And after 4 years, where I would be, in what kind of mode I will be. So for that, you have to ask yourself, what is my purpose? Unless you define the purpose of your life, both academic and personal life, it is not possible for you to be a successful person. So when you are not able to define the purpose of your life, it is very difficult, very tough. When you are not able to figure out the purpose, at least be passionate. Sir, it is not possible for me to define what is the purpose of my life, academic life, or personal life, or societal life. There is no possibility. It is not possible for me to define what is my purpose is all about. If it is not possible for you to define the purpose, at least be passionate. Be passionate. So that is why they say, follow your passion. It will lead you to your purpose. If it is not possible, once again, I am saying, if it is not possible for you to define your purpose, be passionate. Be passionate means the strongest desire, whatever you do in your life, in your academic life, even for the examination preparation, the exam should be, or the subject on which you are going to have your exam must be your passion. The strongest desire. Sir, நான் இது எதிர்பார்க்கவே இல்லை சார். என்னுடைய engineering degree இதுவா இருக்கும். So I was thinking some other degree. I mean, I was thinking some other domain. I mean, department. Eventually landed on electronics and instrumentation engineering. Okay, let it be. Now you know very well that you have chosen a path. When you already chosen the path, if you are not able to figure out the purpose, no problem. Involve yourself. Give 100% what you people are doing in your life. Maybe the other things which is happening or doing in your life, or even for the examination or the subject on which you are going to have your examination. Be passionate. So that is why they say working hard for something we don't care about is called stress. Now you say, but that the BE, I mean, electronics and instrumentation engineering is not taken care by you, then it will be a stress. So that is why I am telling you to take the responsibility. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Working hard for something we love is called passion. That is why I told you it is the strongest desire. So engineering must be your passion. Electronics and instrumentation engineering must be your passion. So if it is your passion, there won't be any stress at all when you are examined, when you are evaluated. Isn't it? Am I right? So we people are always never care about our career. That is why we are always landing on the domain called stress. That is why I'm asking, you people are the enthusiastic lot of the society. So that is why you work hard for something we love, you love. Make it passion. Whatever you do, even the examination or the subject, that has to be your passion. So if you are not able to figure out the purpose, be passionate. Be passionate. So that is why Swami Vivekananda says, when you are doing any work, do it as worship, as the highest worship, and devote your whole life to it for the time being. So that is why they are called devotees. They never care about other things. 100% involvement will be there, whatever they do. That is why they are called devotees. A student must be a devotee to his passion, to her passion. So that complete commitment, what we call, so that has to be there. When that commitment is there, you are no longer a stressful person. I repeat, when you have that passion or the commitment or the devotion to the action, what you people are doing in your life, no more stress in your life. Am I right? Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
You're
you're
audible,
audible.
sir.
So the third one, if it is not possible for you to define your purpose, be passionate. The second one. The third one is challenge the change. So most of the people are very reluctant because examination is a change. Each and every day is a change. So it is time for change. You have to accept and respond to the change. So when you are not accepting and responding to the change, you will be in stress. You will be in stress. So change is inevitable. Change is constant, says Benjamin Disraeli. So challenge the change. Why? I already told you. So the life will begin when you are coming out from your comfort zone. When you are coming out from the comfort zone, the evolution or the metamorphosis will occur. Initially a larva, later the pupa, then an adult. So this metamorphosis, if you want to happen in your life, you have to come out from the comfort zone in order to challenge the change. I already told you, life begins at the end of your comfort zone. You can't spell challenge without change. So with that, I want to display a video. SJK sir.
Tell me, sir.
So this recorded program will not be uploaded in YouTube only, no?
No, sir.
Right? Yeah, because the video, you know. So what I am going to display.
Yes, sir.
It's meant for. So it will be always there in what you call.
No, sir. It will be highly confidential. No problem, sir. You can play.
No problem. Yeah,
yes. Yeah, no issues, sir. We will maintain it as.
So the video.
Also will make
I mean, the video belongs to Disney.
Okay.
Okay,
sir. You can play, no problem, sir. All of them will make it this as confidential. No problem.
No, it's not confidential. I'm saying that no, not to. Sorry, if you are in a process of are willing to put that one in YouTube, so just remove that particular video alone. I mean.
Okay, sir. We'll take care of that. Okay, sir.
So our people are there. So any chat box?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Dr. Jayakumar said that please interact during the presentation or during session. Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can play it.
Is it visible? Sir, is it visible?
So screen is visible, sir. You can select any one of the videos in that folder. Have you selected and played, sir? Sir, any problem in presenting the videos?
Yeah, just a minute, just a minute.
Okay. If any problem, you can continue with the slide also, sir.
Okay. Okay. Is the slide visible?
Yes, sir. You can continue with the slide, sir. Yes,
Okay. So have you gone through this wonderful video, the animated film taken in the year 2016, I believe, which won the Oscar award, called Piper? Friends, Piper? Any answer? Hello, sir? Piper?
No, sir.
No. Right. So just if time permits, you go through the YouTube and a Piper, P-I-P-E-R, right? Alan Barilaro, the director of that wonderful animated film. So just go through it and you can easily come to know why change is very important, right? So this platform is not supporting that video. I don't know why. So far I have played many times still. So I told you, no. So initially define your purpose, otherwise be passionate and challenge the change. So change is very important. So we are always exposed to various changes in our life. So you have to challenge it. So any idea about this statement, begin with the end in the mind? Begin with end in the mind. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir. You're audible.
So any idea about this statement, begin with the end in the mind? It is not the statement of Yuvraj Raghunath Singh. Begin with end in the mind is the statement of the wonderful management guru of 21st century, Stephen R. Covey, who wrote the book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Have you come across that book in your life anywhere?
No, sir.
Begin with the end in the mind. Any synonym for this? Or your perception? Any perception about this statement? Hello? No problem. Right. So define your mission and goals in life. Begin with end in the mind is all about defining your mission, defining your goal. What is our goal? So after 4 years from now, you are going to get the degree with good percentage of marks and eventually will be placed in a different or your own dream company. Or sometimes if you want to become an entrepreneur, there won't be any problem. So that figuring out the goal or the mission or the vision, that must be there. If you want to stress-free life, if you want to lead a stress-free life, begin with end in the mind. So that is why they say If you want to succeed, you need to set goal first. Begin with end in the mind means set your goal. Without goals, you lack focus and direction. It is all about goal setting process. That starts with careful consideration, what you want to achieve, and ends with a lot of hard work. So your goal must be very smart. You could have come across this acronym: SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. If you want to have a stress-free life, you need to define your mission. You need to define your goal. You have to define your mission as well. So without that, it is very difficult. Yes, I have goal, but set goals in writing. So you may be a person who is always writing your personal diary, right? So in that you have to write, these are my goals. That has to be written in the statement. Then make an action plan for that in order to achieve it. Then stick with it. So we people, we always write the goal, but never have any action plan. If we do have action plans, we never stick with that. If we stick with that, proper evaluation is not done, whether our path is going on the right track or not. So set goal, make a plan, get to work, stick with that plan, reach the goal. So if you want to have a stress-free life, stress-free examination, you need to set goals. Set goal setting here, it is an important process, because after this exam, I am going to have or clear all the papers with this much of percentage. Each your must be goal, must be your goal. This much of percentage in that particular subject, because I already well prepared with that, and I am having the goal in order to complete the semester with good percentage of marks. So that has to be there. So you have to fix the goal. You have to have the vision in order to have the stress-free examination. So the first one, you have to define what is the purpose. Second one, if the purpose is not figured out, you must have a strongest desire, what we call is passion. The third one, what was the third one? What was the third one?
Challenge the change.
Yes, challenge the change. The fourth one is, right? Begin with end in the mind. Set your goals. And I already told you. So your responsibility. The 4 years of term is your responsibility. And the exam is your responsibility. Your life is your responsibility. So be proactive. Proactive, it is all about taking responsibility. Don't worry, I am not a propaganda secretary of any political party. By seeing this picture, don't have any confusion that this individual is talking about a political party or the symbol of political party. Okay, so this picture, as you know, that it is a flower, the national flower. Where it grows in a filthy and slushy environment. The filthy environment, as you know, that Tamil alaga solluvanga, serum sagadima irukkakoodiya edathila dhaan idu valarum appadinu. Yes or no? Hello? Hello, am I audible?
Audible, sir.
Yeah, it grows in a filthy and slushy environment. It has two choices. This flower has two choices. Either it can succumb to the environmental pressure. I mean, the filthy environment. If you look at that, the entire environment is filthy and slushy. Am I audible, sir?
Sir, yes, you're audible. Yes.
Audible, sir.
Yeah. So the second choice is whatever the environment, it takes the environment, though it is filthy, it uses the filthy environment for its growth. So it uses the filthy environment as a manure for its growth. So that is why it is coming out with coming out with a flying color, and as well as a wonderful flower which is seen in the slushy environment. So that is why even our culture, and as well as the cultures of various cultures of this world, have given this wonderful flower to various god and goddesses of their wonderful culture. It is a symbolic representation of how a human being or life of a human being must be. So this lotus flower indicates that whatever the environment, whatever the situation, how filthy it may be, I will grow as a unique flower by having all this filthy environment as my manure. Similarly, you have to take the responsibility on your shoulder. So you are a matured person, no more kid. So you have to take the responsibility that I am going to complete my degree with good amount of percentage, and after coming out from the college or in the college itself through the campus drive, I'm going to become a person who is working in my desired company. So that responsibility has to be taken care by an individual, not by the society, not by the department, not by the professor who are teaching you. So that is why the next point is proactive behavior, taking responsibility. You know about this gentleman, right? So who always shoulders the responsibility. So similarly, you have to shoulder the responsibility. Yes, I want to become a panoramic engineer. So if I want to become a panoramic engineer, I must shoulder the responsibility that the entire life, and as well as the examination, and as well as my percentage of mark, all are on my shoulder. It is my responsibility to take care. Attitude. The next point is attitude. So the positive attitude people say. Tamil solunona manobhavam. How we perceive things, that is called attitude. Your attitude determines your altitude. Could have come across this statement. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. Yes, indeed. So that attitude is very important. Yes, I have taken the responsibility. Hereafter, it is my attitude, and attitude saying that I'll be a successful person. A bad attitude is like a flat tire. If you don't change it, you'll never go anywhere. That positive self-talk. So when you are having positive attitude, positive self-talk, it's very important in order to get rid of the stress. So we people are always think in that way. So this is the wrong pattern. Action, we do the action. And if it goes wrong, there will be a stop. Then we'll be thinking whether my path is okay or not. Am I sailing in a right path? So this is a wrong pattern we should avoid in our life. In order to be a positive person with a positive attitude, you should follow this pattern called think first. Analyze all this information or the strategy, what coming out from the thinking process. That is called pause. Then you apply, it is action. So you are evaluating the strategies, what have been arised from your mind. Then you are going to take the best out of it and you are going to implement in your life. That is called action. So the left to your screen is completely a disarray. There is no point in it if you implement. But the right one, which is in blue color, it is always effective, and you apply this if you want to be a positive attitude, a person with a positive attitude or positive thinking. Think first, then analyze the strategy, what is coming out from the thinking. Then you just select the most important and the best one and implement it. So this is very important if you want to be a successful person. I told you already, have a positive outlook. I already told you that you are the unique person in this world. Imagine all the people on this earth are thinking like you, behaving like you, and doing like you. Next day you will commit suicide, isn't it? So the beauty of Mother Nature lies in her diversity. Similarly, have a positive outlook. So affirmation. So you have to claim yourself that strong people never complain. So you are one among the strong people. strong student, right? So look for positive in difficult situations. There is always something to be learned, which has to be your mantra. Maybe adverse situation, what is the learning outcome? Because managing failure is very easy. Managing or getting something from or learning something from the failure is always easy than the success. It is very difficult to maintain the success. There is always something. That is why they say there is always something to be learned from everything what is happening in our life. Having a positive look can benefit your physical health as well. So have a positive outlook. Adore your dream. Love your dream, which is the most important thing nowadays. People are not doing it. So when you are setting the goal, when you are setting your dream, that has to be loved by you initially. If you are not loving your dream, then who will? So you have to ask and you have to adore your dream. Adore is nothing but loving or respecting. Dreams are good, but reality is better. Inspire others rather than being inspired. So when you are having the positive outlook, normally you can inspire others instead of being inspired by others. That is why I'm saying be yourself, because attitude is the matter of choice. It's a matter of choice. We saw already that the flower, right? The lotus. It is its attitude. Whatever the situation, I will grow like a wonderful flower. I can use or utilize all the filthy environment for my growth alone. So attitude is a matter of choice. The important one. So most of the people are forgetting to do this. Put first thing first. Any idea about this statement? Am I audible? Are you able to follow? Are you able to follow, sir? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is the meaning of this statement, sir? Put first thing first. Any student, please.
Prioritizing, which is important, that we have to complete it first.
Yeah. It is the interaction between Yuvraj and SJK, or interaction between Yuvraj and students. Students are there or not?
Yes, you can interact.
Any people? Any student side? Anyone from student side? Put first thing first. Hello, sir.
Yes, you can interact.
Dr. SJK already pinpointed that put first thing first is all about prioritize. Yes, this is my priority. Completing my degree is priority. Completing with this much percentage is my priority. Most of the people are not giving importance to what is most important things in their life. So the 4 years academic life is the priority of you. Put first thing first. Once again, the statement of Stephen Covey. Prioritize and do the most important things first. Similarly, in the exam preparation also. Preparation for the examination also. You have to put first thing first. Prioritize. Give importance to the examination. Give importance to learning. Give importance to acquiring knowledge. Give importance to acquiring skill. Prioritize. So for that simple technique, you can apply to-do list. So this is what I have to do tomorrow. So for the examination, so this is my planner. So this planner will go like this, and there will be a mock test. So and so date. So for that, I am going to prepare. Like that, prioritize by having to-do list. Or sometimes you can have time management matrix. So in another encounter, so I can explain, but still if you go through the time management matrix, it is always in that when, so you can go. So in order to manage your time, because we always procrastinate. Somebody comes and asks, do me a favor. No, I'll be, the reply will be, I am very busy. So there is a saying in this world, right? So if you want to complete a task, give that one to a busiest person in this world, because they have time to do that. They know what is priority. So time management matrix and another important tool you can apply in order to have put thing first in your. Without knowing yourself what you people are capable of, it is very difficult, right? Your strength, your limitation, and as well as your opportunity. If the examination, if I am writing, if it is not giving a fruitful result, if I am not preparing well for my examination, what will be the result? What will be my strength? What will be my limitation? What will be my opportunity? What will be my threat? So this is called SWOT analysis. So the self-awareness, sometimes Johari window. So self-awareness, witnessing yourself. I mean the qualities you have, capacity you have, the characteristic feature you have, and as well this abilities and knowledge all these are there in
Sir, voice is breaking, sir. Voice is breaking.
It is good. Hello.
Yes, sir.
The Hello.
Hello, sir. Voice is not audible, sir. Breaking. Voice is also breaking, not audible.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Voice is not audible, sir. Hello, sir.
Sir,
Ah.
Now,
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Yes, sir. Audible, sir. Yes.
yeah, here the internet there is no issue with me. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Now it's okay, no? Audio?
Yes, sir. Okay, okay.
Okay, this is called Johari window, right? So awareness, and as well as the knowledge what you have, knowledge in x-axis, awareness in y-axis, right? So when you say that I know what I don't know, I know what I don't know, it means caution. You have to explore. Next quadrant, I know what I know. It means that it is certainty. So what I am capable, I know the skills what I have, right? You have to exploit it. The third one, the third quadrant, the blue in color, I don't know what I don't know. It means that completely you are not aware, ignorance. You have to experiment. And the last one, most of the people are there in this quadrant. What we call is, I don't know what I know. I don't know what I know. No other go. You are in amnesia. You have to expose yourself. Then only you can easily learn the new skills. So self-evaluation. Self-evaluation is very important because in order to identify what skills I have and what skills which are not there to be acquired. So that has to be done. For that, the evaluation of yourself has to occur. So for that, you can use this tool called Johari window. Synergize. If the examination stress always there, you can work with people. I mean the people who is having a positive mindset similar to the top of your frequency. If you want to excel or if you want to perform well in examination, sometimes you can work together. What we call is synergize. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The last one, belief. Believe in yourself. You need to become strong. You have to believe yourself that you are the unique person. You have a positive frame of mind and you are the strongest one. Conquering others requires force. Conquering oneself requires strength. So that strength must be there, the motivation, self-motivation. For that, you have to love yourself. Say, I love myself. So when you start loving yourself, you can easily exhibit or express your skills very effectively than the persons who are not loving himself or herself. So that is why when you are having that belief system, the belief will become into potential. The potential will become action. The action will become the result. So that is why the belief system, especially the belief on you, on your own. I mean, the thing is the self-belief must be there. For that, you have to be motivated, highly motivated. So you can be inspired by others. Motivation is action. So what and all the tips we are discussing now, if it is implemented by you in the days coming after, or sometimes in your examination preparation as well, it means that you are motivated. You can hear all this information this year, and if you give away all this information what you received today and go with your own routine, means you are inspired. That's all. So if you are saying motivated, stay motivated means I am already in action. I am implementing the most important skills which are needed in order to be stress-free life and to have a stress-free examination. Affirmation once again. I am courageous. So these are the statements have to be uttered every now and then. I have courage to think differently. I have courage to invent. I have courage to discover the impossible. And I have courage to travel in unexplored paths. I have courage to conquer the problems and succeed. So these are the affirmative sentences. I tell you, you should be affirmative, not be arrogant. That is very important. There is a small difference between affirmation and arrogance. That is why stay motivated, don't give up. Success is not the monopoly. It's not a monopoly of an individual, right? It is not a monopoly. Success is meant for all. When failure comes, it is a stepping stone. You can easily learn from the failure and eventually should not give up. Don't give up. The beginning is always the hardest one. Perseverance. So perseverance is the failing 19 times and succeeding the 20th. Because when you quit, someone else gets your prize. Keep it in mind. When you quit, இது ஆகாது என்னால முடியாது அப்படின்னு சொல்லும் போது somebody will come and get your prize. Tips for release exam stress. So far the qualities which have to be maintained in order to stress free, I'm telling you guys, if you follow all these qualities, if the qualities are not there, if the skills are not there, this is the time to learn and implement the same. If not, at least define your purpose. Already told you. Plan for successful examination. Planning is very important. If the plan is not there, there won't be any focus and you lose the direction. Prepare thoroughly. Preparation. Avoid 11th hour preparation. So most of the people are doing the same thing. If the examination is next day morning, then altogether the entire night we are preparing. That should be avoided. Polish your content. I mean, what you prepared, that has to be polished. Trim off the unwanted. Practice it. Practice makes a man perfect. Do mock test. Before examination, after the preparation, after polishing your content, practice it regularly. It may be writing or reading, whatever the skill, right? So do a mock test. Present effectively. Visualize the success. Positive self-talk, already told you. So just it should be, this tagline must be your tagline of your life. If you can't, you can say that if I can't, then who else can? Avoid procrastination. Procrastination அப்படின்னா postponement, right? தள்ளி போடுறது. Avoid procrastination. நாளைக்கு பார்த்துக்கலாம், நாளைக்கு படிச்சுக்கலாம். Examination வந்துருச்சு ஆனா still not in the preparation. Once again you are postponing the preparation, means it is very tough. That is why I have included that time management matrix in order to avoid the procrastination. Stay away from social media for a while, at least during examination or during preparation. Do pranayama, the breathing technique, breathing exercise, because the breathing, the lot of oxygen, when it goes, right, the negative hormone will be nullified. Talk to the experienced people. I mean, your professors or the parent or the elderly people. Have a pep talk. So just have a discussion on their own experience on examination. Eat well, exercise well. So most of the occasion we are very glued to either mobile phone or TV sets. So that is why proper exercise is not there. So when you are not doing the exercise, proper intake of oxygen will not be seen. So you will be always sedative. So there won't be any sufficient oxygen in you, and sleep well. Insomnia, which is a symptom of stress. So that should be get rid of. Hydrate yourself. Drink plenty of water. Plenty of water. Avoid fizzy drinks or coffee or nicotine, or if you have any other practice, right? That has to be avoided during examination. Work together. Avoid negative people in the team. I already told you, if it is not possible for you to prepare lonely or alone for the examination, you can form a small team, small group in which people are with positive frame, where the people are willing to share the knowledge. So with them, you work together. And the final one is, mind you, there is always a second chance. Failure will occur. Failure do occur. Examination, it is a complete evaluation process. It is not that you are evaluated for the entire life, right? So the entire life is not evaluated. Only on the subject matter is evaluated. So there will be always a second chance. So just keep all these tips in your mind, because I already told you. So there is no need for the stress management. You have the capacity, qualities, and as well as skill by which you can easily get rid of the stress from you, because you are the youth. We people are always believing that almost everything that is great has been done by youth, says Benjamin Disraeli. Youth, even in its sorrows, has the brilliance of its own. Victor Hugo. I already told you that the enthusiastic crowd. I never witness any stress normally with kids and as well as youth, especially the students. If you are having especially stress during examination preparation or exam stress, so you can easily implement all the tips or the qualities or the skills what we discussed. It will be useful for you. With that, SJK?
Yes, sir.
Expecting your feedback eagerly. So some
Okay,
issues maybe in
Okay.
displaying some content during interaction, so here and there. But still, I hope all this information could have given some insight regarding how to make a stress-free life. I'm not talking specifically examination stress. So when you are having a life with a lot of bliss, happiness, without any stress, it is always possible to write your examination. For that, you have to take the responsibility. Yes, I am the person who is going to own the responsibility on my shoulder that I am going to perform well for the examination. For that, a better preparation is always required. Once again, it is my old customary practice to complete or to conclude any session with once again the few lines from Abhirami Andati. Kalayada kalviyum, kurayada vayadum, or kabadu varada natpum. Kandrada valamayum, kundrada ilamayum, kajubini yelada odalum. Saliyada manamum, anbagalada manaviyum, tavarada sandanam. Tarada kirtiyum, marada vartayum, tadagal varada kodayum. Tolayada nidiyamum, konada kolum, oru tumbamillada valvum, வாழ்ந்து மிகப்பெரிய. So just I wish all to become a wonderful engineers, a panoramic engineers, because you people are the creators of all the livelihood of the society, and as well as if a common man has or having the cushion of the livelihood, all these engineering marvels, it's purely because of you people. So you have to have that confidence, stay motivated. Thank you very much for your wonderful session. Once again, I take this opportunity to submit my heartfelt gratitude to the organizer of this interaction, Dr. SJK, and as well as the head of the department, then fellow faculty members for having provided this wonderful opportunity to interact with you. Thank you.
I would like to call upon Mr. Nateshan, sir, to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you, sir. I hope that I'm audible.
Yeah,
audible, sir.
To begin with, on behalf of the Department of Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering, I would like to thank the director, principal, and the management of the KCG College of Technology for having permitting us for conducting this webinar on managing the exam stress. Next, I would like to thank our guest speaker for today's webinar, Mr. Yuvraj Raghunath Singh, Assistant Professor and Head of the Department of Microbiology, MGR College, Hosur, for having gracefully accepting our invite in spite of his all other busy schedule to give this wonderful talk on managing the exam stress. I'm sure that our students would have taken the key aspects of today's session on knowledge and awareness, and also the tips on overcoming the exam stress. I'm sure that they'll use these tips in overcoming their exam stress.
Thank you very much.
Facing this stress. Next, I would like to thank you, sir. Next, I would like to thank our beloved HOD, Mr. Karthikeyan, and Dr. Jayakumar, and all the other faculty members of Department of Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering who have put in a lot of efforts in organizing this webinar amidst this pandemic situation, which would be of great help to our students. Last but not the least, I'd like to thank all the student participants for joining this webinar. Kindly make use of the tips that has been given in this webinar for overcoming your stress. I wish you all the best for the forthcoming exams. Once again, thank you one and all.